Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing in the Hardcore Breach League as a solo self-found Necromancer. And today we're gonna run the Arid Lake Tier 3 map. We get Elemental Equilibrium, which doesn't really affect our build. And the boss has more life and increased area of effect, which will be interesting. So, let's have a look.
Vanishes, an impromptu prison becomes a tomb.
So far, we haven't seen the cloaked figure. After our previous encounter in the destined Tier 2 map. I think it's always a Tier 2 map where he possesses the boss. In the second encounter might be that it's gonna be Tier 5 or Tier 6 when you encounter him. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Corrupt bloodlines. Also some not quite Spectres, but ghostly opponents. So, Arid Lake, basically just a different name for Dried Lake. It's also rather similar. But the thing I should remember is to actually stick to the outsides here. Makes it a bit easier to run. Ooh, Artisan Strongbox. I like Artisan Strongbox. 7 additional items, you say? I really like it. Revives nearby monsters, sure. Let's just get everybody on the same page and then we're gonna mow through this. Don't really care that mobs get revived. Just more opportunities for loot, right? And of course, we get a bunch of currency. Bean Ripper is not too happy with this. Can't blame him. And here, some of them might be throwing about those spectral swords. It don't really matter. It doesn't matter. So this is going to be a bit of a rematch of sorts. We have played the Arid Lake before. That was as a Zana mission. One of the first maps we ran, I think. Actually, the very first one. Jungle Valley and Zana Arid Lake. And I believe that was not pulling any punches. It was a rather high level. It was higher level than the base of Tier 3. But this time, of course, we're running it for clearing it on the Atlas, because Zana maps don't count for that. It would be nice if the Zana map tier is higher than the base tier on the Atlas map, and the enchantment level of the Zana mission is higher than the Atlas version. It's criteria for unlocking it, and I think it should actually just be unlocked. So what I mean to say, if a Tier 3 mission gets elevated to a Tier 4, then it just gets harder, it doesn't get easier. And if you then get at least a magic level enchantment for it, then all the criteria are met for unlocking it as far as I am concerned. Similarly for yellow maps that might get elevated to either just a couple of high tiers higher yellow maps, or maybe even to levels equivalent with the red maps. I'm not quite sure how deep the rabbit hole goes. If the elevation does happen and the difficulty is on par with a rare map, then I think it should should count for unlocking the Atlas. Would be just an extra incentive to run Zana daily missions. So I just keep getting drawn after more and more enemies. It's one hand it's rather nice, on the other hand it's rather annoying. Because there's things I wanna do, things I should do. Also, we didn't kill all the corrupted bloodlines yet. Up here. Because there's corpses here. Right. Gonna beeline back to Haku. Because his spirit needs saving. Oh wait, we of course have this. Ice Nova plus 3 level. Sure, why not? Let's just get the heck away. Port our minions here. And then murder. So far so good, and we get her mask, studded round shields, and a valley of steel boxes. Ooh, monster's treasure. That sounds interesting. I like it, I want it. Don't know what monster's treasure is, but it sounds good. It's purple, it has to be good, right? Can't go wrong with purple, and this is the Deep One's Hide. Curse enemies with level 5 vulnerability on block. Oh, if we were a build that cared about blocking, then this would be rather useful. As it stands, we can block, but it's not something we want to do, and it's definitely not the reliable way we want to use to apply our vulnerability to minions, monsters. Level 71, we are on a timer to find the spirit. And as I mentioned before, Haku missions are among the dangerous ones. Especially because the timer kind of forces you to be aggressive and to push forward. Okay, let's just stand outside here a little bit. And especially the boss with the teleporting totems, that one, I lost character to it, so as a result I respect it a bit more than I did before. Ooh. So far, so good. Our minion's health is looking pretty sharp. And we got Tahi over there, who is sending out all kinds of things, but not the things we truly seem to be scared about. On the other hand, I do see warping totems. But Tahi is no longer in good spirits. And we're gonna have to leave some rares behind, which is unfortunate, but yeah, sad things do happen. And because it's all the way in the back, we're of course not gonna come back for it. Trying to use the terrain to my advantage, hiding behind pillars and such. And we made it out all right. And that is a happy Haku. Let's port in some minions. Oh, we did lose some zombies in all those lightning storms, which it's not unsurprising. Not surprising even. Next time something interesting drops, we're making a quick town stop in order to unload all the goodies we've been picking up so far. That's it. Yeah, we can't go in. That's good. Laggards. We can just deal with those. That's alright. But that's been about a dozen episodes or so since we started mapping. We're of course in the low 70s back then. I think 71 or 72 is when we started mapping. Currently we are still level 80, almost 81. We have since gained our third ascendancy, which makes Spectres a lot stronger. We have gained a 6th link, which of course optimizes our skill usage quite a bit. And in general the quality of our gear has improved. Actively using vulnerability now, which helps a lot. Okay, lots of stuff happening. Yeah, you. Thunderscape the Dauntless. You are dead. Sorcerer Boot. We have Conjurer Boots. I think we want this. It's item level 72. That means we definitely want it. Are we also going to be happy with the Val Regalia? Yes, 72. That's good. That's very good. So the stuttering you noticed is all latency based, unfortunately. Downside of playing in lockstep mode. As long as the game is stable, it's all good. Connection to the server becomes a bit shaky, then your frame rate is gonna drop as well. Hey, so far so good again. So let's do this. Let's not die. Got some Roa nests here, if I remember correctly. Yes, indeed. I got the correct find in my mind. One starved out Roa. That's gonna be very protective of the nests that I'm kicking. I do feel like a bit of a bully when kicking at these Roa nests. But hey, if we get more loot from doing so, then of course I'm gonna be the power gamer in that regard. And this time we only have a single boss to deal with rather than two. So yeah, I have the Army of the Damned. And this should be really doable. Oh! Interesting. Thank you, Shaper. It's healing. That's not good. We already had more life and increased area of effect, and now, of course, the Shaper is interfering. Oh. It's a good thing that this is a really large arena. Okay, I think I've already mentioned it before. I really don't like you, Mr. Roa. Miss Roa, I have no idea. Okay, just porting. We have a lot of space to just let these bubbles float after us. It's all good. So just summon our minions to us. So we can just corral all of those. Yep. I mean, our minions are still attacking. Just trying to... Yep, that was worked out rather well. But now we have another one following us. Just trying to keep the boss cursed at all times. Just helps the minions trying to murder it. But if that thing is just running up and down, then really, what can we do? Oop. Come on, stand still, you silly goose. We are on our last flask sip. ideally, of course, I would try to solve this. Yeah, okay. So the thing we know about this Aroba is, of course, it runs in straight lines. So if we set up caustic clouds and such where it's gonna go, and we can just degen the hell out of it. And I think we got it. Yes.
Another loss.
Hello.
So be it. The abyss will provide. There are always more inconsequential.
Yes, if you say so, Cthulhu. There's a lot of loot here, and there is one angry thingamajig. 20 monsters remain on this map. But of course, first we're gonna pick up all the loot we can. Ooh. From the looks of it, we can fit everything into our inventory. And the good thing is, we didn't even lose a single minion. Ah, poor thing, just left there all alone. Yes, we can trigger you. So, that advances the questline. Could be that I just got Zana to level 5. Maybe that is the trigger. No, Zana to 5 and then the first boss encounter you get. Maybe. Either way, we have to find 19 more monsters. Or explore the large bit. Okay, this seems to be the last corner of the map. Works rather well. And no more monsters remain. We managed to clear the Arid Lake. So, first time we played it as a Zana mission. Now it is Shaper Corrupted. So now we are gonna search for clues, and the blah 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 stones are gonna start appearing in both the maps as well as the Zana missions. But we've already seen those before. So for now that basically puts the active interference of the Shaper into our map running to a halt. And we can just focus on running the maps as they are, without the Shaper trying to mess things up. And with that, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.